Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world beyond magic and miracles. It's quite interesting as I was sitting here and we do our last minute setup for the broadcast, and you have this full screen of your image that you're seeing. And there are a few moments where you don't recognize yourself because you are constantly changing and expanding, and more so because you're finding yourself less here than there, and you don't really have a memory of your appearance because it's not a focus. So, welcome everyone to this beacon on the hill where there's an essence and a presence of all there is and all that is, where life slows down and all your thoughts drift away, all worries, all concerns, and you just fly, and your shoulders drop, and you're home in the peace that is you, that always exists no matter where you are or the circumstances or the chaos. This you is standing right with you, and it's supported by millions of galactic friends and family and the fleet. But in the end, you never have to ask for help except to yourself, who is sitting like you are right now, at peace with everything. And once you connect with that you, the world that appears to be causing suffering vanishes into thin air because it only exists if you bring it forward. So there's a continual reminder for everyone to continue to go forward, because in going forward, you leave the old behind, and it's in going forward that you meet your galactic family who has opened the door for you to step through this world into their world. Going back is going away from the door. And that is where we try to fix this world, which is a nice way of saying fight this world. So the door is open. There's nature blowing by a breeze on the other side of the door, where you walk into stillness and arms that embrace you. A lot of times we'll say there's nothing to do, but making a choice is connected to taking action. And a lot of times that choice is easy because we're directed by spirit and we just find ourselves making a right turn and it doesn't even feel like a choice. But sometimes you have to consciously make a choice. We recognize that in simple behavior. Where we want to stop doing some behavior that we consistently do. And that takes action. It takes a force of determination and will to propel yourself to the freedom from whatever that is that you're choosing. And believe me, the support as you take the action and step forward is immense. It will support you from drifting back. I wrote something a while back about a shed and the light having been boarded up, not being able to enter. Until the light was seen from within by those that could see it. But that shed was self-constructed, just like the structure we have built around ourselves all our lives. It is self-constructed, but it is a hologram. It doesn't really exist. And you can see right through it to the door that's opened. That's calling you to walk towards it. that structure that we built around ourselves, it appeared to be for our own security. But know that in that structure, there is no truth. There is no wealth. There is no love. There is no health. There is no abundance. Because outside of that structure, through that door, none of those things exist. And through that door is the true you. Needing nothing, having everything. Lacking nothing. For in that structure, we only find ourselves speaking of lack. And we say things like, when this happens, then that'll happen. That doesn't exist through the door. There are no conditions. There's only freedom and magnificence. So where the structure is concerned that we've built around ourselves, if you just see it, it will disappear. If you just see that it's built upon lies, it will disappear. If you just see that you were fooled, it will disappear. And what will be left is a world that can't be described. We can taste it because we've been there. We can know that it's real because we've been there. It's you, free, fully expanded, outside all limitations, all structures. And you know that we all know that and we're heading full body to ourselves. Let nothing stop you. It is the greatest thing you'll ever experience. A return to you. Traveling the galaxies. As I sat in my chair, drifting into the great mystery, as words, sounds, and images drifted by, I had floated into the world of my Creator, and all that was physical quickly began to fall away. Here, there is no time and no sense of limitations, only a sense of peace and freedom as my spirit hovers over all creation. Eternal, having never been born or having never died, it is my home. And in the time it takes to blink your eyes, I heard, look at the time. And instantly I was rocketed back to this physical dimension, the place I call home in this body. The voice was quiet and gentle, but more importantly, it was not my own. In that brief moment, I tangibly experienced myself as spirit, myself as human, and the world that exists within both. You are moving between all the dimensions throughout your day, even while becoming aware that there is no such thing as a day. It is a designation given as a reference for this particular dimension. But of course, we know that there is no such thing as time. You can feel that truth as you float between the different dimensions. This dimension has dominated our focus because it has needed our full attention to restore it to its wholeness. But we were never meant to be caught in its dysfunction and illusions. As we restore it back to its true nature, we will begin to spend more and more time traveling the galaxies as we were intended to do. An eternal spirit with the universe as its playground. First here, now there, and always everywhere. The door to this truth and awareness is now wide open, and no one has the power to close it. But you must choose. It is always a choice of your free will. I am betting that once you see past the limited structure that has kept you in prison, you, like me, will run as fast as you can to the freedom that has stood by and waited for you to see her all these many years. Now skip, dance, and fly as you take your place as a shepherd for the sheep. For it is said, I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep, and he will arise and shepherd his flock in the majesty and strength of the Lord, and they will remain. You are a comet traveling the galaxies, shining brightly for all to see and leaving a trail full of color and sparkles that will set all mankind free. Shine, O magnificent one. You need only remember to shine. I am freedom. I am freedom. I have been waiting for you to arrive at my sanctuary. I have stood and watched for you. Search for me even as I have been standing all around you. I am freedom. You can feel me in the stillness of nature and in the excitement of a rainbow. I break all the rules that try and limit my expression. I am felt when you are painting, when you are playing your musical instrument, when you are playing your sport, and simply when you are passionate about anything so that your face lights up with a smile and a glow that cannot be contained. I have elements of masculine and feminine in me, and just as you have waited for your beloved, I have waited for you. I call to you in the morning. I call to you in the midday. And I call to you in the evening. Many times you heard me, but the sound and comfort of the illusion that had become your prison was too powerful and too real. I am the one who tears down the structures, who tears down the prisons, and I will never forsake you. I am freedom. We played together before you entered this body, and we continued when you were a child. But as time went on, you began to believe the lies which were delivered to take me away from you. Those lies continued to be delivered to every part of your being until you forgot what we so beautifully shared. All at once, I was moved to the background and could only appear in short bursts, for you could no longer accept the full power of me. I became elusive to you, even as I was standing right next to you. You were like a child who woke up and no longer recognized their mother. Initially painful and shocking, but love never fails, and your true nature never dies. So it will always return to its origin, where it will once again find me. I am freedom. When you look at the clouds in the sky by day and the stars in the sky by night, you see me. When you close your eyes at night to go to sleep, there you will find me, arms wide open to receive you without judgment. When you look beyond all the thoughts, worries, and fears in your mind, you will feel me. For the feeling of me causes a joy that no words can express. And when you look past everything into the extraordinary future, you will see the free you. Because I, freedom, have always been in you. And today, you are truly free. I am freedom. This last piece I wrote a while ago, but I edited it And so I'm reading it to each one of you. There's so much we don't know. There's so much we can't see. And yet there are those who can see behind the veil and into the future. Without them, we are lost, for they are guides to the blind. For many naturally cover over parts of themselves that threaten the peace and harmony of all those around us. But as you deliver the sight of a master, many will be brought to a higher version of themselves, even though many times they are unable to see the light that is coming with such clarity directly from your mouth. It is always dangerous to think that you know yourself. To be able to stand with complete objectivity about who you are is a gift that only a few are initially able to achieve. Although many may see wonderful aspects of themselves, it is you, the master, that sees it all. Their full being is on display every moment, yet in their instruction, you seek only to set them free and allow them to move forward with a stronger and deeper character. You are the prophets and the mystics and the others that have no names. You are sent here to make the crooked road straight, to make the deaf hear and the blind see. Through the refiner's fire and the intense heat that it generates, you are able to separate them from all false images of themselves. In the Bible story, the woman went back to her village and said, I just met a man at the well that told me everything I ever did. For many, the process is too difficult to go through, and they choose to experience this process at a later time in their journey. But know for sure that they will meet you at another time, and they will once again be given the choice to see themselves as they themselves are seen. The depth of the transformation that is desired by each person requires an openness that is beyond what you can ever imagine, a self-awareness that is found only in the eternal you. This is the great quest and the great mystery that you are leading the world through. Having enough money or food will never aid in this transformation, although it appears that it will. Only in the nakedness of each one's heart will they surpass all programming. Then and only then will each one know the depth of their being, and only then will their gratitude for the messages of those masters that have passed through their life be fully comprehended and appreciated. There is nothing to reference as they sit in your field and as they are enhanced by your presence. It matters not if this is physical or non-physical experience. They will be able to feel the patience, perseverance, love, and joy for their transformation. Continue to go forward in your mastery with patience, perseverance, love, and joy. Of course, your mastery will be unique to you, using your specific gifts that only you can bring forward. But the essence of your mastery will be the same, and the transmission of your gifts will bring millions into their mastery. And so on, and so on, and so on, until the never-ending ending. It is with the highest respect that I honor you. There are no words to adequately express the gratitude that I feel in my heart. You do not need my thanks, but I bow my head to you all and know that even with the magnitude of your magnificence, we will always be known as friends. Thank you, everyone. And now we celebrate, for we are truly free. And in that freedom, from the other side of the door, I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.